Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the 7th match on the first elimination round of the Warsaken Unofficial Tournament. We have some serious technical issues here. First, one of our referees is suddenly sick and unable to participate, so Cubus from the Warsaken community has agreed to referee. Thank you for that. Additionally, Discord is having API issues, so we are unable to access any messages, but we are able to use the voice chat, and Andre will be sharing his screen. As I am the main referee and I'm playing, I won't be able to share my screen, but I'm still gonna record the game from my perspective and upload it later to YouTube, so people see I'm not doing any shady stuff. And Cubos, if you would use the metaphor you're choosing to define what matchup we will be playing, that would be a good time to do that. Thank you.
Alrighty, I am spinning the wheel, unfortunately not on a shared screen, but it is spinning now, and I'm using audio from my phone in order to be in here, but I've got Tabletopia's spectator mode on my PC in front of me. The matchup is Volkov versus Leone. Do either of you want to use a video at this point?
Nope.
Not yet, at least.
Okay, then I'll get you to change that up, Murdoch, and head on in.
All right, let's go to the game, and Andre and Gibos will be joining as spectators. The only downside with this arrangement is that we actually do not know if the voice suddenly goes off since Discord has issues. Fortunately, it works now, so let's hope it lasts until the end of the game. Just gonna grab some tokens. Cubus, are you here? Just Zero, let's wait a bit for the referee to get here. He should be making...
No problem.
Okay. I mean,
sorry, the spectator mode is a little slow up on my end.
Okay.
No problem.
So just let's remember that the Cubus will be making all the calls on this tournament step on this one. You can keep your roll if you want, but I will allow you to reroll that because that's a pretty low one. That's, well, the referee didn't see that, so it's fine.
Yeah,
there's nothing here. There's nothing here.
Any roll, so
yeah, no one rolled low. No one rolled low.
Okay, so at this point, let's get you guys to take some extra dice and tokens first, and then we will roll off for first for leader advantage and turn advantage.
Right, I already got 4 tokens and 3 dice on my hand. Just gonna show it like so.
Okay, then whenever you're ready, as room hosts, let's get you to roll first then, Murdoch.
All right, and that's 1.
Yep.
And a 3 for 0. 0, would you like the leader advantage or the turn advantage?
I'll take the leader advantage.
Okay,
and choose Volkov.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Murdoch, that gives you turn advantage and Leone.
I will use
knowing your leader matchup at this point, do either of you want to veto last chance?
I think I'm gonna play this one.
Me too.
Okay, and would you like to go first or second?
Give me a moment. I didn't actually expect you to do it like this. We'll see. I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, so 0 has Volkov, and we'll go first.
Let's shuffle some stuff.
Please shuffle, and then you can draw your 8.
I'm gonna put my tokens here.
And of course, you'll have free mulligan if you choose to off your first draw here. Please just state if you're going to do so.
I'm going to mulligan mine.
Okay. And Murdoch, are you keeping or mulligan?
I got actually a really tough choice here about that part. But... Yeah, I think I'm gonna redraw this hand. I'm gonna regret it later.
That's okay, so you get a free redraw there. Zero on your second draw of 8 cards. Do you want to keep or mulligan again?
I'm going to mulligan again.
Alright.
Okay, so Murdoch will have the ability to take an extra card.
Alright, I will stay with this hand, so I will take the extra card.
Okay. And Zero, that means you can either forfeit for the extra mulligan or keep that hand.
Nope, I have a good hand.
Okay, sounds good. So you get first turn, and I'll let you proceed.
Alright, let's get this party started, shall we?
Okay, let me start by swapping 4 of these to food resource.
4 generics out for 2 food.
Playing hard there, I see.
Yeah, so Max immediately gives you the extra intel.
And that would be Nicodeving, I believe.
I also forgot to state off the start, but as Murdoch usually says, I'll remind of a few things if they're missed. But after turn 2, I'm not going to point out too much unless it's critical, like timer has to come down for specific reasons.
Yeah, and that's the end of my turn.
Alright, I'm gonna draw a card. And then I'm gonna activate my Seize Depot ability and steal one of your unspent resources. And then I'm reducing all my leader timers by 1. Then I'm reducing resources. Let's see. I'm gonna use 1 generic and play a face down card. Then I'm gonna play 1 fuel and 1 generic resource and play targeted sabotage. Please show what you got on your hand. Thank you.
Zero, you'll lay that down.
Here you go.
Interesting. I'll be getting rid of your Abandoned Forces card and end my turn. Oh no, sorry, not end my turn, end my search. Sorry. Alright. And then I will be using, let's see. Still got 1, 2, 2, 3. I'm gonna be using this fuel resource and 1 equipment resource as generic and play a face down. And it is your turn. I forgot to reduce my barrels of crude, so I'm gonna do it now. My apologies.
Thanks, I was just gonna say.
Which would be, by the way, a penalty moment if I keep doing that, just a reminder.
Like I say, after turn 2. There's also just on Zero's side, the I believe it's the Horde of Resources also has a timer.
That it does.
Okay, so for my turn, I'm going to use 7 of these.
GeForce prototype. I would have wanted to discount that one, but you got that nasty little card in your hand. Crystal Vehicle, I believe it's called.
Okay, and then I'm going to use this one as a generic resource and play Search Algorithm.
Okay, so you can search up and then place it on your top deck after a shuffle.
One thing there, but it was my mistake, so we are not gonna do it. I forgot to reduce your moral by 1 for the targeted sabotage, but it was my mistake, so that stakes. I got no excuses.
I also missed that, actually. Zero, did you place that on top deck? I just didn't see.
I did.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, that ends my turn.
Okay, go and draw. Alright, actually gonna use my ransom ability here and reset your max. And put a token on it. Second ability goes to 1, this one flips and gives me instantly some resources. And this one flips as well. Then I'm gonna produce some stuff. Oh wait, I need to reduce the barrel to fruit timer. And I'm gonna steal your last resource here with my cease deposit. And now I'm gonna produce. And W for the last one. And let's see. One of these. Two generic ones. One of you gonna play a face down. Then what I will do is play 2 generics and 1 equipment and play a Desert Bighorn. It lets me search for 2 soldiers in my arsenal, show them and put them on my deck. So I'm gonna select my hand, repeat face down and put it behind my leader, and then let's do some interesting draws here.
Perfect. Yeah, I see no cards in hand.
I'm actually gonna pick a draw here. And so let's see. Why not? Why not? So, where was she? I saw her here. Did I imagine it? No. There she is. Cyrus. So I'm picking these 2 cards, Abdul Hazif and the other Cyrus Fabricator. Putting them on my hand.
Okay, 2 soldiers to hand.
And remove these from the field. Then I'm gonna attack. Nika always has to attack, so she will attack the Exile Trap and return. And the Barracuda will be hitting let's see, your Horde resources for 50 damage and returning. And it's your turn.
50 to hoard. Pass the turn.
What have we done? We cannot run, people going berserk. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it has begun. Killing each other, guess we'll never learn. Yeah, I have become death and the watch them burn, everything around the world. Catch your blood and dust everywhere, man created the gas chambers. Ça va que ça fait peur, quand on voit l'état des guerres. Partout c'est la guerre, dans tous les cas c'est le même, ça le résultat sur le terrain des tas de merde.
Okay, so I'm going to pay the ransom for Max Hopper.
Alright. Do remember to do a time enter as it's reset.
And then I'm going to swap these two for a power resource.
Yep, 2 gens for a power.
And play Ramage.
So frequently seems that we can't seek peace so easily. Warfare is the beast that we unleash unreasonably until we deplete the streets of the people you keep beneath. We all stuck in the cage that the monsters reach the feast. Take it so easily. We all scared for our lives, can't hide from the demon's teeth. What have we done? We cannot run, people going berserk. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer.
Okay, and then going to swap these two for power resources.
2 gens for a power again.
Use these two and play Stolen Blueprints.
Yeah.
You discard a building, army, or navy in a specific enemy arsenal, and they shuffle.
I'm just gonna arrange it neatly for you. Give me a moment. Putting on the bank side. There you go.
Okay. I'm just going to use it on these two.
Okay, so do Goliath. Okay, gonna go to discard.
So discarding 2 army cards out of Murdoch's deck.
Okay. Let's hope I don't butcher this deck placement up. There we go. And shuffle it is. Oh, it didn't shuffle. Okay, good now.
Yeah, I see that now.
Then I will use Romance Prototype to attack this one.
So 130 damage.
Yep.
No stealth on the board, so unblockable. And you'll discard 2 off the top of your deck, Murdoch.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah, that's your turn.
Okay, restoring my troops to attack position and drawing a card. Activating my seized pots, as I don't got anything to steal, it will produce 1 generic resource, and reducing my barrels group by 1. And reducing my leader timers by 1. Flipping 1, turn timer of this one, and then I'm gonna produce some resources through here. here, one here. Let's see. One food and do these. And since I won't be able to do that soon, I'm gonna be using one fuel and one generic and play targeted sabotage. Show me your hand, please.
Okay, here you go. I have all the prototypes.
Yeah, you do. You actually do. Interesting. I'm gonna discard the Inspired Troops and you lose one moral. And then I'm gonna play, let's see. Gonna use 2 equipment. Oh wait, sorry, I don't have 2 equipment, just a minor miscalculation there. Interesting situation. Yeah, I have to do this. I'm gonna use 3 generic, 2 fuel, 1 equipment as equipment, and I'm gonna swap these 2 as equipment resource.
Okay, swapping for equipment. Murdoch, can you just show me your resource pile for that again? I just missed the on my end of Tabletopia. It didn't show the 2 fuel.
All right.
Okay, I see it now.
Should be as described.
Yeah, it looks good now.
All right. And then I'm gonna use my actually. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Barracuda to hit your Heart of Resources for 50 damage. And Nika has to attack, so she will also attack, but she doesn't do anything. And it's your turn.
So 50 total to Horde, and that's it.
I'm going to add 2 intel.
Yep.
And I'm going to play Volkov's first ability.
So the card I'm gonna return to my hand is Agent Nika Devin. And the card I will discard is Agent Nika Devin. And she will go to your discard pile, and I'm gonna draw 1 card.
Cycle goes off and Devin goes away. Just a note, I'm sure you've both noticed, but the surpass in intel or surplus of intel on Zero's side does not allow you to play any more intel for now, Murdoch.
Yep.
Okay, so since I don't have many options, I'm just going to swap 4 of these to 1 equipment and 1 power resource.
Okay.
Ooh, more prototypes.
Yep, I have no choice by this point, so
Well, it's a good plan.
to attack using Roman's prototype, this one.
Alright, so Barrow's Crude, 130.
And now it's your turn.
130, and same as before, 2 discard off the top because of the effect.
Okay, that one actually hurts me a bit. That should be my turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, gonna flip the Barracuda to attack mode. Draw 1 card. I'm gonna use the ability of seize the pots, as I got nothing to steal. I'm gonna generate the generic resource and reducing the barrels of crude timer by 1. I'm not gonna use my leader ability to reset your max harbor again. And set it to 2. This one's gonna be 1. Reducing 1 timer on this card, and this one flips over. And remove the resources on that. And then producing something. Actually, no. Let's see. Yep, 1 field. And this one's gonna get equipment, and this is gonna get generic. And I will use 2. I'm gonna play 2 cards at the same time just to save time. Gonna use 2 fuels and 2 generics to play 2 Osiris fabricators. And place them here, and they both produce 1 equipment resource immediately.
Perfect.
Just gonna assign them like this, so they are nice and neatly close. Then what I will do...
Thank you, I like that.
And then I will put 1 generic resource on the field, and use 2 of these engineering resources. Well, equipment resources, sorry. And play 1 card face down. Oh, sorry, I still need that the field here, which I replaced the 2 equipments on, sorry. Just double checking I didn't misplay. Alright, got confused there for a moment, which is not a good thing since I did that myself. Anyways. And then I'm gonna use 1 of these. Oh, wait, I do have a 1 of these. I'm gonna play 1 generic and 1 food resource and play Nameless Soldier card, which is an interesting one. And these go off. And then I'm gonna attack, and I'm gonna assign the Dreadnought 6 as well as the Barracuda for a total of 230 points of damage to your Horde's resources. Oh, sorry. And it's your turn. Just for the record, seems you win this game unless I draw really well, because that one time I forgot to reduce your moral will probably cost me the game, because you will have more moral left after my next turn. We'll see.
Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did last time. And I won't have enough resources to ransom Harper, so probably going to die next turn. I will use 1 prototype to destroy this one.
Alright, that's 8 more of them.
And that's the end of my turn.
Alright, gonna leave some field units and draw a card.
Sorry, Murdoch, just the discard 2 off of the prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Then the card I just drew would be discarded, which was this one.
Okay, thank you.
Right. And the next one would be the one I actually drew.
Yeah.
And people check from the video, I didn't cheat in that. I'm gonna use the ability on my CSD pods and produce 1 generic resource. I'm gonna reduce my leader timers by 1. And I'm gonna use my leader's second ability, which is called Ravage and Fear, and I will destroy your exile's trap, and you also lose 3 moral, so that's a total of 9 moral loss. Also, Max Harper, who you did in ransom, gets eliminated, and she goes to your pile. I forgot to do that, but that happens. And then I'm gonna flip some cards over. Here's a Goliath, and there's a Barracuda. And fortunately, for me, Goliath has a neat little effect. Why did you put...
Oh,
Oh, okay, okay, you're checking my... Oh, yeah, feel free. You can do that at any point of the time. Game. Okay.
I was just gonna ask, but I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, it's my bad. I forgot to tell.
Yeah, I know
That's
he.
okay.
I know he has the resort vehicle card, which lets him do big cards from my discard pile. All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
and we all play enough, I think, together that we would usually just do this. It's
Yeah,
just
more or
for
less.
the
Yeah.
videos.
Normally, when I was be refereeing, I wouldn't allow it, but since all players here know exactly what's happening, I personally say it's fine, and the cube was allowing it. It's perfectly fine for me. Anyways, I'm gonna do something a bit of interesting here. I'm gonna play 1. Oh wait, actually no, I don't have to do that. Interesting. Give me a moment. Yeah, I don't have to do that. Alright. I'm gonna play, let's see, I got just 5. I'm gonna spend 1 food resource. These 2 generics will be a power resource. And then, let's see, this one is gonna be just generic. I'm gonna play 1 card face down. There we go. And just put it here for 1. And then I'm gonna attack. And I'm gonna use, let's see, 2 of my Barracudas and 1 of the Ravager to attack your Horde resources. Which, unless you block something, well, it gets eliminated anyway.
Yep, so I'm going to...
Yeah, but you can block 1 if you want.
This one.
Okay, and as you blocked, here's the thing, neither of them is strong enough to kill each other, so nothing special happens, but you still lose 1 moral from the Ravager and your Horde of Resources gets eliminated, so you should have 0 moral and be compromised.
Yep, and you just have to discard 2 from your deck.
Quite true.
Yeah.
And there we go. It would have been nice to get these on turn 1, but I didn't, unfortunately. And it's your turn.
Let me just check. Oh, okay.
Hey guys, just before you go into this next turn 0, I'm gonna switch back to my PC Discord. I'm gonna keep Andre doing the camera, but I'm gonna switch over so that I can actually have a better microphone and be off my phone here. Give me about 60 seconds, please.
Okay, so let's wait till the Cubus is back.
Yeah, probably won't last the next turn, so...
You want... I thought I lose, but I actually was a bit dementic here and forgot I had a Ravager up, and Ravager has the moral reduction. And that I did have... I'm gonna show it here. I wouldn't need to, but I'm gonna show. I did have this as a backup option, by the way. So I could have pumped my moral by 2 points, so I would still be able to attack you, but it would be a bit delayed.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Yep.
Okay. I still can't load messages, but I can now talk a little easier, so...
Anyways, it's Zero's turn.
Yep, go ahead, sir.
Oh, that's lots of prototypes.
Yeah, but they're basically pointless now.
You actually had a good chance of winning this, but I had a lot of the targeted sabotage cards on my hand. I was able to target the cards you need to use to win. Essentially. I mean, if you had that Inspire the Troops cards, for example, I wouldn't be able to compromise you this turn. Just an example. It was single one rank card, which I picked against all of the prototypes and stuff you have.
Okay, so I'm going to use Volkov's first ability.
Alright, so I'm gonna restore the Desert Bighorn to my hand, and then I'm gonna discard the Desert Bighorn, and I'm gonna draw a card.
Okay, I'm just going to play this out, so going to use Restored Vehicle for this one.
Oh! That's actually clever. Yeah, activates immediately.
Interesting. Okay.
And I'll just show you my hand, so that's it.
Oh! I'd actually would have played those weather stations for your deck, because that allows you to get the Twisted Tornadoes on your hand. Violent Tornadoes, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so you pick double bellas. It's unfortunately you can't play since you used the Restored Vehicle card. But actually using that for the Restored Vehicle card is really clever, especially if you want to reorganize your hand fast. I have to keep that in mind, it might actually help me on this tournament. Thank you for teaching me that one.
Yeah, that's not actually a play that I would have thought of either.
Okay, and I'm going to use Volkov's second ability.
Alright, so I got 32 cards, so I'm just gonna pick the take option for 24. And here's the 24 card, and then I'm gonna pick one card over here. So that should be total 25, so I'm gonna turn them over. And put them back on the discard pile.
Okay, so it's your turn.
Alright, gonna flip my forces to attack mode. So they're fighting back a bit. There we go. Funny little merry-go-round. Okay, I don't need to do that. But as Cubus always says, it's a good practice. So I'm gonna reduce my leader timers by 1. I'm gonna ransom one of your Romans. Just flip it over. And then I'm just gonna add the resources first. I'm not gonna use the siege depots one because I missed that opportunity. It's an ability, it's not a territory thing. And then I'm gonna use all my navy units to attack your Roman Volkov to exile. And as you've got no navy units, you can block it, and they do 280 damage, and Volkov has 200. That's a game.
Yep.
Volkov was compromised with no morale, so that is the game. So we have a winner. This is Zero versus Murdak, or Warneverchanges, and the winner in this case is Murdak, Warneverchanges.
Thank you for the match, Shiro. And I'd actually say you had a really good chance to win, but I got lucky. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, and you got the one card I needed.
Yep, I have 6 cards, and first cards I managed to discard from you. One was if you just change the text, there should be the Abandoned Forces card. This one. If I weren't able to take this card off, Zero would have probably won this game, by the way. But I had 2 of these targeted sabotage cards on my hand, and I managed to draw a third one. This is the third one. So I basically had the complete control on what Zero can do on the field at any moment I wanted. And I used it as an example. I removed the this one, which is the Inspired Troops. If Zero was able to use this card, and I did my combination of attacking this territory and using the Ravager for the 7 moral loss, you would actually have 8 moral, and I wouldn't be able to compromise you, and I wouldn't be able to win this turn, so he would be able to do that, and with the Abandoned Forces on the field, I would be compromised and he would be able to attack. So This basically went back to the second turn of the game. And if I wouldn't have that lucky break to do that, this match would have ended differently. Really well played, by the way, Zero. It's pretty unusual to get 3 Roman prototypes up on the field. That's really hard thing to pull off.
Yeah, I thought that was actually wild. I was like, no way.
I've seen it only once before, and I did that myself. And I didn't play them with resources. I used the...
Yeah, I was looking for the warehouse as well, but...
The less experienced players, or the people who haven't played this matchup very often, I think have a tendency to see the prototype in hand when they use targeted sabotage and go, uh-oh, get rid of that. And then your vehicle restoration card brings it back for 3 cost instead of, what, 7? So
I mean,
it's...
I mean, in any normal, sensible situation, I would have taken out the Roman's prototype with the targeted sabotage card. But Zero had restored vehicle in his deck.
Yeah, and it was in his hand when you first searched, yeah.
So if I did do that, he would be able to use it and just get a Roman's prototype from there.
Yeah, for half the cost.
And also...
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Hey, are y'all having issues with Discord? Sorry to come in here like this, but I
Yeah,
can't open anything.
There's an official notice on Discord that they have an API issue. The voices voices function.
I went to go upload debug logs, and it kept telling me my IP address was blacklisted by Cloudflare. So I was like freaking.
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh, okay. Sorry guys. Sorry to bump into
It's all right. We already ended the match.
Yeah.
So you can talk.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't even start the event.
Oh yeah, you did have an event there.
Oh yeah, everything's back now. It looks like chat's back too.
Okay, so. I'm gonna return there. I'm gonna just cut a bit about chat there on the end of this video and the recording here. Do you have anything you want to say before that, Zero? Is it?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks for